Now on CoastTV News.
A record number of U.S. citizens for one nonprofit, how La Esperanza is assisting Sussex County's immigrant community to achieve U.S. citizenship.
The Ocean City waters may be getting deeper. Why that is, coming up.
NOAA and the CDC have released a new heat safety tool to better communicate the health threats that heat poses just in time for the summer.
And speaking of that heat, the temperatures are expected to take off into the 80s once again. More about our warmer than usual weather coming right up.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A record number of new U.S. citizens for a local multi-service nonprofit organization. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Mallory Metzner. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with one milestone for a local nonprofit.
La Esperanza helps Latino and immigrant communities in Sussex County on their journeys to stability, integration, and success. This year, they achieved a record number of new U.S. citizens in a decade. Telemundo Delmarva and Coast TV News reporter Ana Sofia Roman introduces us to some of the new U.S. citizens and the team behind this achievement.
Marlene Garcia is a brand new U.S. citizen thanks in part to La Esperanza.
I'm not scared no more. I'm so happy. I'm an example for my family, my sons, my daughter. They feel happy and safe.
Brian Garcia has been working at La Esperanza for the past decade. He has seen it grow, reaching a milestone this year with 44 people becoming U.S. citizens compared to 27 last year. Garcia highlighted one of the contributing factors for this increase.
Probably one of the biggest reasons that we're seeing an increase in interest in citizenship is because we've really made a push to encourage people to become citizens. Part of how we've developed and grown our immigration services is trying to provide wraparound services for citizens. So not just helping them apply for citizenship and representing them in their citizenship case, but also helping them get prepared through education and English language.
Most of the immigrants that La Esperanza has served are from Mexico and Central America.
Garcia says U.S. citizenship has opened new doors and opportunities for her.
One friend from the school, the district school, they want me to work for school.
Last year, Brian Garcia and his team assisted nearly 70 individuals with their citizenship applications.
We hope to reach more and more people and help them become citizens or whatever it is that they really want to integrate. You know, we want to be a part of that journey.
Creating new beginnings for people in our area. In Georgetown, Ana Sofia Roman, Coast TV News.
Along with immigration services, the nonprofit also offers various classes for people to take advantage of. There is a parenting class, a digital and financial literacy course, and also a citizenship preparation class to take part in. There is even an ESL class for newcomers. And anyone who is seeking more information about U.S. citizenship, the immigration process, or those classes, you can visit our website right now and learn how you can connect with La Esperanza.
Happening now across the country, the push for a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is ramping up. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how leaders are searching for a way to bring home Hamas-held hostages and get aid into Gaza.
A new flashpoint today in the college campus protest movement over the war in Gaza. Pro-Palestinian demonstrators at Columbia University in New York refusing to abandon their encampment despite a 2 o'clock deadline to clear out or face potential suspension.
The students refuse to trade in the blood of Palestinians.
The students demanding an end to the Israel-Hamas war and that their schools divest or stop doing business with Israel. The protests piling pressure on President Biden in a tough election year. Secretary of State Antony Blinken meeting with Arab leaders in Saudi Arabia as the administration presses for a ceasefire deal that would free Hamas-held hostages and get more desperately needed humanitarian aid into Gaza.
The only thing standing between the people of Gaza and a ceasefire is Hamas.
The proposal under negotiation would reportedly free 33 hostages, just as Hamas released a new undated hostage video, including American-Israeli Keith Siegel.
Bring Keith back to me.
The Biden administration pushing to close the deal to head off Israel's planned ground assault in the overcrowded city of Rafah. President Biden this weekend repeated to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that the U.S. opposes a major operation in Rafah because of the civilians sheltering there. It comes amid reports that Netanyahu and other top Israeli officials could soon face arrest warrants from the International Criminal Court. The ICC would only say that it has an ongoing independent investigation. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Heading to local politics now. New today, Governor John Carney has officially announced that he's running for mayor of the city of Wilmington. Currently, there are no candidates officially filed with the Department of Elections for Wilmington mayor, though 2 Democrats have qualified to run for city council at large seats. Carney's term is limited and cannot run for governor again.
Happening now in Rehoboth, construction for the brand new Beach Patrol station on Baltimore Avenue, that's delayed. Let's take a look from above with our Coast Copter. You can see where the progress currently stands. Rehoboth's city manager says the contractor is having issues with pile driving. That relates to building foundational supports. On Coast TV News at 6, you'll hear more about what this setback means and its impact.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how will the updated Beach Patrol building delay affect Rehoboth?
Let's take a look at the results so far. A majority say just an inconvenience. 37% say it's a minimal impact. This is the first time we have put this poll up, and it is likely to change, Mallory.
That's right. So if you haven't voted yet, you still can on our mobile app or go to coasttv.com.
Moving on, some shallow waters in Ocean City. They're set to get a little bit deeper in the next few weeks. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources says these waterways will be dredged. The Assateague Shoal, specifically the Ocean City Inlet, and the junction between the Isle of Wight and Inlet channels. One longtime Ocean City visitor has seen firsthand why this is necessary, especially for larger boats.
A couple years ago, there was a very large commercial boat that was stuck right out in front of us by the rocks in front of the Assateague Island, and she was stuck out there for several hours. And that boat is no longer in the harbor. It went farther north, so it could get didn't have to deal with the dredging issue and with being stuck.
The dredging is set to start sometime this week. Should take about 2 weeks to complete.
We're taking a live look outside into Dover to check on the weather tonight. It's finally starting off to be warm again this week, so let's check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams for a look at our weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Mallory. And you know what we've been doing today? We've been reaching for the records today because we got really close to our record high for today. Really close. Our Irish Eyes camera indicating just how clear it is. A gentle breeze that's blowing the windmill there, but we're at 82 degrees right now, and we've actually dropped a few degrees since, let's say, 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. Overall, the winds are coming out of the southeast at about 5 miles per hour. Now, we expect to drop from the 80s into the mid-70s as early as 7 o'clock with mostly clear skies, and we will remain clear till we slip into, believe it or not, the 60s, about 68, 67, 69 degrees, right in that range. But overall, as you take a look at our live radar, we are clear right now. Cloud cover, rain, not a problem. A little bit breezy along the Chesapeake Bay area. That's okay. That really doesn't affect us directly unless you're going across the bay to get to somebody else over in the D.C. area. Now, coming up, we're going to talk about, will this warm trend continue? But for right now, back to you, Mallory.
Speaking of the warmth, a new heat risk tool has been released just in time for the summer season.
Joining us live in Milton is Coast TV News meteorologist Alex Seymour to tell us more about this tool and its importance.
Well, Maddie, Mallory, temperatures this evening still pretty warm outside the studio here in Milton. We're seeing temperatures right around 84, 85 degrees. That's about 15 degrees above the average high for this time of year. Delmarva saw one of the hottest days of the year so far. Temps this afternoon topped out close to 90 degrees on parts of Delmarva. That heat today is categorized as a code orange levels on a new heat risk tool released by the National Weather Service in collaboration with the CDC. Communicating that threat of heat is vitally important as it remains one of the most dangerous weather phenomenon.
Heat can be especially dangerous for certain people, including very young kids, kids with asthma, older adults, pregnant moms, and people with underlying health conditions like heart disease. Last year, heat-related illness caused over 120,000 emergency department visits.
Well, heat risk takes into context the historical context of the heat when it's happening. More details on this heat risk, this new heat risk tool, coming up on CoastTV News at 6 tonight. I'm meteorologist Alex Seymour in Milton, CoastTV News.
Thank you, Alex. New near Bethany Beach, the Mulberry Landing boat ramp has reopened after an expansion project. Here you can see the new and improved parking lot near the ramp. Denrex says the newly paved parking lot now accommodates 23 trailer spaces and 7 additional spaces for cars. For more project details, visit our website, coasttv.com.
To Ocean City, this week the town and MDOT are kicking off the 2024 OC Walk Smart, Drive Smart, Bike Smart campaign as the summer beach season approaches. The campaign urges drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians be alert, follow the rules of the road during peak vacation months. It officially kicks off Wednesday at the OC Boardwalk at noon. State officials there will talk about how engineering, education, enforcement, and emergency medical services are key in keeping everybody safe on roads in Ocean City.
Coming up, road work on Delmarva, the new traffic patterns on the horizon for drivers.
And a wave of warmer weather will continue to wash over us. Take a look. We got up to 89 degrees and the record of 91 was set in 2017, and we're going to get close to that yet again.
The record-breaking fine Williams Sonoma is facing for mislabeling products. That's up next.
After numerous successful shower renovations, we've heard your feedback loud and clear. You're craving more than just a shower. You desire a complete bathroom transformation from Baths by Spicer Brothers. We're reimagining your entire space, from digital design to meticulous craftsmanship. Every aspect will be customized to fit your unique style and needs. And right now, save up to 20% off your new project, plus no payments and no interest until 2026. Don't settle for less. Call Baths by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
When you're close to the land and the sea, you can taste the goodness. The historic Lewis Farmers Market brings farms closer to tables. Meet the growers, talk to the people that milk the cows, and pick the perfect peaches. Organically grown fruits and vegetables, sustainable meats and eggs, A2 dairy products, artisan breads, and fresh local seafood. The historic Lewis Farmers Market is in the George H.P. Smith Park at DuPont and Johnson Avenues in Lewis every Saturday from 8 to noon.
For 30 years, I've been fighting for Maryland.
The man with the guts to stand up to Biden, Robin Ficker.
Biden's let 7.2 million illegals into our country. That's more than all of Maryland. I'll stand with President Trump to secure the border, declare war on the cartels, and ban welfare for illegals.
Veteran, conservative fighter, Robin Ficker for Senate.
I'm Robin Ficker, and I approve this message.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
New today, the high-end cookware chain Williams Sonoma will pay a record nearly $3.2 million penalty over improperly labeling products as made in the USA. The FTC said the company broke a 2020 order prohibiting companies from advertising foreign-made products as American-made. According to regulators, Williams Sonoma used the labeling on multiple products that were actually made in China and other countries. The retailer agreed to a settlement that requires them to pay the civil penalty, which is the largest ever in a Made in USA case.
The Biden administration finalized new rules for power plants. They compel coal and new natural gas power plants to either cut or capture 90% of their climate pollution by 2032. These changes are expected to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions from the sector by 75% compared to its peak in 2005.
Mother's Day is nearly 2 weeks away now, and the big question is, how much are you planning to spend this year? According to the National Retail Federation, consumers are expected to spend a near record $33.5 billion this Mother's Day. That number is the second highest since the organization began annual consumer surveys. The average sum a person is expected to spend will be a little over $250.
We had towering temps today, and Tuesday is looking a lot like the same.
Accurate Termite and Pest Control. For the best termite elimination on the shore, call Accurate and have the safest termite prevention for years to come. Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
Tonight, guest mentors Megan Trainor and Anthony Ramos level up the artists.
You're going to do this.
Your tone is rich. It's like a cashmere sweater.
Luxury. The Voice, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
We make a good team.
I'm like Batman Robin.
I'm not Robin.
That's a lot of money.
Don't get any crazy ideas.
Sometimes you have to eliminate a friend to win it all. Rob, forgive me.
Deal or No Deal Island, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Social Security and Medicare aren't just handed to us.
We've earned them.
Hour by hour. Day by day.
Paycheck by paycheck.
They aren't plans.
They're a promise.
Made to every American. Every American.
And we're not gonna let anyone
break it.
Break it.
Break it.
Neither will I.
And you can consider that a promise too. David Trone will stand up to Republicans looking to strip the safety net seniors depend on. And there's no backing down.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Life is all about choices.
And on Delmarva, we know you have a lot of country music stations to choose from.
Well, at Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3, we believe we do more of what you want.
And playing stuff that we love too, like Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen?
Lainey Wilson.
Lainey Wilson.
Plus all the good stuff too, Reba, Brooks and Dunn, Garth, and all the classics in between.
So we're issuing the Coast Country Challenge.
Tune us in for a week, and we're sure when you'll accept the challenge,
you'll feel Delmarva proud too.
Accurate Termite and Pest Control. With over 300 combined years of experience, we're community focused and 5-star rated.
Accurate Pest Control.
Locally owned and operated, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, on target since 1995.
Muscle pain slowing you down? Invest in your health and wellness with Hot Spring Spas at Delaware Hot Tub Company in Lewis. Made with top-of-the-line technologies for a remarkable hydrotherapy experience. Clean and easy, 5 times the filtration and self-monitoring that tells you what it needs to maintain natural-feeling water. With personalized control and multi-level seating to target muscle groups and provide comfort. At Delaware Hot Tub Company, we believe your hot tub should take care of you, not the other way around. Visit Delaware Hot Tub Company in Lewis today.
Monday didn't even really feel or look like a Monday, just being honest between you and I, because it was sunny, bright, warm, summer-like. Almost made you think it was a Friday going into a week, and that's how gorgeous it was. And we'll eventually get back to that by the end of the week, sort of. But I'll explain that in more detail in a moment. Our Tyndall's Casual Furniture camera showing how clear we are right now in Laurel, holding at 85 degrees. Now we'll go from 80 down to 77 by 8 o'clock under mostly clear skies. Get a gander at just how warm it was today. We got up to 90 in Easton, 89 in Georgetown, 87 Salisbury, 86 in Ocean City. We are clear for right now with the latest radar sweep. Now we do have a small craft advisory for Deal Island, Smith Island, Crisfield, Nanticoke, Hoopersville, over in that area until about midnight Wednesday. But as far as our immediate area is concerned, we're not concerned with that. A bit of a trough and elongated low pressure system or area is just kind of draping in our area, generally speaking, but not really causing much of a problem. We are expecting for it to stay warmer than usual, even going into tonight and tomorrow. So another day we continue with the luck of the beautiful weather. We're right now holding at 88 degrees in Seaford, 83 Delmar, 89 Redden, and 84 currently in Milton. That's about 4 to 5 degrees to even up to 6 degrees warmer than we were this time 24 hours ago. Let me show you how glorious today's heat was. 89 for the high, 71 is the norm. 91's the record, so we're only about 2 degrees shy of tying the record high for today. I usually don't show you that boring stuff, but every once in a while it just kind of sticks out for you. Tomorrow, we're looking for temperatures back in the 80s again inland, 70s and very comfortable along the coast. Winds out of the southwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting up to 25, 86 in Vienna, 87 in Federalsburg. And we look for about 79 in Ocean City. However, 85 and mid-80s in Snow Hill as well as Pocomoke City. Now, take a look at what we've been doing. For example, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we've been in the green, a little bit below the norm. Sunday, we jumped up to 83. Today, we jumped up to 89 degrees, and we're going to stay over here in the orange for tomorrow. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You see, we start off in the 60s Tuesday morning. We click over into the 80s for Tuesday afternoon with winds out of the south. That's going to be a nice combination, making it feel warm, if not almost a little muggy, just slightly, but not a whole lot. And then we'll stay with some sunshine going into Wednesday after a couple of sprinkles. To the north, it's even going to be more pronounced. You see how we start off at 65? Watch how this plays out going into the afternoon. We go into the mid-80s by then. Winds out of the south. Wednesday morning, we start off in the 60s and we end up in the 70s going to the afternoon hours. Real quick look at the sneezecast. Trees and grasses are a problem again. Little sprinkles on Wallops Island and Assateague. We're looking for temperatures in the 60s. And then as we go up, looking for some rain South Bethany and Wednesday, Ocean City, a bit wet weather on Wednesday. Finally, wet weather at Cape Henlopen and in Dewey Beach on Wednesday. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration Home Remodeling Extended Forecast. Now, we're going to drop off big time on Wednesday. I'm telling you now, Wednesday's cold or cool, but then we're going to bounce back by Thursday going into the weekend.
Thank you, Paul. In traffic news, there will be lane closures in Little Creek for crews to create an always stop intersection. On Main Street at Port Mahon Road, work starts Tuesday, May 7th. New stop signs, warning signs, flashing lights, and pavement markings will be added. Closures will last through early June.
Coming up next, the voyage continues for the Olympic flame. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Over 14,000 people per day are affected by water damage in their home or business. Even a small leak from a water heater, washer, refrigerator line, or even HVAC drain can cause lasting damage. Response time is critical. Paul Davis has a team of certified experts on call 24/7 to stop the water, mitigate damage, and work directly with your insurance to quickly restore your home or business. If you see peeling paint, stains, mold, or smell a musty odor, call Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Experience the ultimate in relaxation at Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury. Introducing health and wellness recliners and sofas with deep tissue massage and soothing therapeutic heat to restore your body and relax your mind. The zero gravity recliner also elevates your legs above your heart to alleviate pressure on your joints, promote circulation, and reduce swelling in your legs and feet. Now at Alton Brothers, the health and wellness recliners start at just $7.99. Have you been to Alton Brothers Home Furnishings in Salisbury lately?
Washington, D.C. is a mess.
There's no common ground. The left, the right, they're just shouting all the time, and no one's listening.
What a mess.
But now who is going to clean it up?
It doesn't have to be this way. And it shouldn't be this way.
I've seen children that have behaved better.
Like you, I'm completely fed up. Enough is enough. Cut reckless spending, support our police, and secure the border. I'm Larry Hogan. I approve this message, and I'm running for the U.S. Senate to get stuff done.
At Vernon Powell, new spring sandals are in and toes are out. Brooks and Hoka are in and out. Fun athletic looks are definitely in. Comfort is in across the board. From Dansko, Bionic, and UFOs to Birkenstock, Olakai, and Hey Dude. Fish Hippie is in. Performance apparel is out on the water, on the beach, and on the job with performance gear from Yeti and Bog. Kids should always be out because Skechers, Slip-ins, and New Balance are in. Plus, Kendra Scott is now available at Vernon Powell.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
The Olympic flame passed through the majestic Corinth Canal on board the three-masted ship Belém on its way to France for the Paris 2024 Olympics. After an 11-day voyage, it will arrive in the southern city of Marseille. Paris Games organizers had received the flame last Friday in a ceremony at Athens Stadium of the first modern Olympics in 1896, following last week's lighting in ancient Olympia that kicked off an 11-day Greek relay leg.
Olympic enthusiasts with deep pockets will be offered a variety of services and VIP spaces with the Games kickoff. Guests can have access to lavish suites and have guaranteed reservations at some of Paris's finest restaurants. Facing dwindling interest in younger demographics, the International Olympic Committee has been seeking to modernize the Olympic fan experience with all the bells and whistles, though they're not saying how much it costs, so let's just guess that. Tune in to Coast TV beginning July 26th for exclusive coverage of the Paris Games.
Coming up, a historic gold watch from the Titanic smashes records at auction. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Invest in your home with new furniture from Johnny Janosic. Get Delaware's guaranteed lowest prices, plus 0% APR financing for 36 months with no down payment and no minimum purchase. Shop Johnny Janosic today.
Thank you for calling Coastal Comfort.
This is a complimentary call. A couple of years ago, I had my heat pumps replaced. Last night, I noticed one of them wasn't working right. Somebody was out here within a couple of hours, and it's working perfectly. But I was in the service industry for 33 years. Good service is something you can't find today. It very much is appreciated. Your crew is a good crew. Really fine people, are professional, and they're efficient.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer. Carrier, turn to the experts.
The beauty is hard to miss at Ocean City's premier golf course, Eagles Landing. Voted the #1 golf course in Maryland by our players, Eagles Landing offers 5 sets of tees, making the course playable for beginners and challenging for most skilled golfers. Local residents receive discounted rates and earn points that can be used for free golf with our local rewards program. Find our best rates at eagleslandinggolf.com today. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game.
Life, constantly moving forward. But with Medicare approaching, take it from Highmark. Life's also about looking back, building on what's good and reliable from your past to create something for the future that's still familiar, true, and kind of effortless. That's how Highmark's always approached healthcare too, constantly innovating to bring you a Medicare experience that fits your life, now and moving forward. Because life. Highmark.
From empty nester to first home, Accessible Home Builders does it all.
It was great working with Scott at Accessible Builders. He called us every Monday and asked us to come over to the house at each step of the way during the construction of our home.
It was pretty unique working with Scott because not only is he the owner, but he was working in here hands-on with his employees and really just trying to make our vision come to life.
Design your dream home with Accessible Home Builders.
Let Johnny Janosic help make your outdoor space more relaxing and enjoyable. Shop now and find huge savings on all outdoor furniture and accessories. Plus, take advantage of our great financing options. For a limited time only at Johnny Janosic.
A gold watch worn by the wealthiest passenger aboard the Titanic sold for an auction at a record-breaking $1.5 million. The watch belonged to John Jacob Astor IV, who died when the great ocean liner sank after hitting an iceberg in 1912. The auctioneer says the winning $1.5 million bid makes it the most ever paid for a single item from the doomed ship.
Outside we go right now, our live radar. We're totally clear at this point. And by the way, if you want to continue to keep up with the forecast, call our weather line at 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away, sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brugstead, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling 10-day forecast. We're going to have another very warm day, but then after that, we go on a roller coaster ride. Down, then up, down, down, slightly up, and we'll go up again by next week.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news and local weather, download the Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.